My name is Stephen Brock. I am a professor and the program coordinator of the school psychology program. I also have a dual appointment with the Doctorate in Educational Leadership. I think in a nutshell, my research focus can be defined with the phrase mental health matters. I'm passionate about mental health, reducing stigma associated with that, and promoting mental wellness among our nation's school children. My interest in school mental health can obviously be traced back to my graduate school training in school psychology. Although I hasten to point out that when I was trained as a school psychologist, the role of school psychology was relatively limited. And now as a professor of school psychology, I'm passionate about promoting a broader role that finds the school psychologist, and all educators for that matter, focusing on the mental wellness of the students they serve. What got me interested in mental wellness, the promotion of that? I really can't point to any one thing other than my interest in the discipline of psychology. I did my undergraduate preparation as a major in developmental psychology. I appreciated that if I wanted to continue on with that, I needed to continue with a graduate degree. And I stumbled across school psychology. And I would just suggest that it's part and parcel of who I am. I can't really point to any one event as being seminal in creating that interest. Well, there's no two ways about it. Mental health, mental wellness is associated with school success. 1 out of every 10 children with a mental illness of some sort will drop out of school. That's the single highest dropout rate of any disability grouping. Educational leadership must attend to mental wellness, not just of the students they serve, but also of staff, more so than any other person in the school building. They need to be aware of the powerful implications of mental health, mental wellness, mental illness, both for the staff that they supervise as well as the students that they serve. For individuals interested in this line of research, I would tell them two things. One, it's critically important. The association between mental wellness and student success is clear and unequivocal. That's the first thing. It's important. It's well worth your time, effort, and energy. Second thing I would mention is it takes its toll. By studying this topic and immersing yourself, if you will, into the challenge of mental illness, you're exposing yourself to some pretty challenging circumstances. And the reality is things like compassion fatigue, vicarious trauma, secondary stress is very real. So my second point would be take care of yourself. The ideal student associated with research in mental health would include someone, of course, who is smart and who has the intellectual capacity to conduct qualitative and quantitative research associated with this topic, but also someone that's passionate. One of the things I like to impress upon all of my graduate students as they search for a dissertation or thesis topic is, what are you interested in? Make sure it's something that you're passionate about, because to do it well, you're going to be spending a lot of time with it. So find what about the field, what about the topic, because there's so much to study as it relates to mental health. What specifically are you interested in? My favorite part about working in the EDD program and with the EDD students is just their motivation, the degree of interest they have in their topics, and supporting their research and helping to supervise the dissertations has, quite frankly, been one of the highlights of my career. If you want to know more about Dr. Stephen E. Brock, I do have a webpage. It's a university webpage. Feel free to look me up. It does include some information about the courses I've taught, my workshop presentations, my publications, and so on. You can also follow me on Twitter, Stephen Brock 27. My full name, STEPHENBROCK, and the number is 27. I tweet only about school mental health. I'm looking forward to working with you. And remember, when it comes to student success, mental health matters.